Good afternoon. I actually wanted to stream a lot earlier, but I got into a 66-minute deadlock game, which took too long. Now, Blueprints. It is described as a puzzle strategy game. Not entirely sure what that's supposed to be in a strategy puzzle, but I do like puzzle games, so I wanted to try and see what it's about. But yeah, this is a puzzle game, at least officially, so like most puzzle games, it's probably really difficult to replay if you, or play yourself if you already know the solutions. Or boring, rather. Raw Fury, they make a few good games or publish them, I think.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993.
1993?
Herbert S. Sinclair.
It sounded more like it's in the 19th century, not the 20th. Also, a really, really bad way to do inheritance. Nice hat. I too have a hat. I should wear it more often. I'm gonna say I do like the art style here. Bit of comic. I can go outside. Oh, I am limited in time, apparently by my footsteps. Okay. Oh, money in the event of my death. Well, Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you're fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice, do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and best wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. I do like that it shows you just immediately all 3 pages. What do we have here? The Mount Holly Blueprint. It says I was using my and inventory log during your adventure. You access the blueprint menu by pressing. Alright, so this is 5 times 9. Is it? Yes. 5 by 9. From its root meaning the room before will sense a path point toward the antechamber. This mysterious sealed room, resting on a 9th rank, may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. So you can help but draw a connection between this chamber and the room 46, blueprint and objective. Rooms 1 through 12. So the rooms are numbered. Bedrooms always... okay. Entrance hall. Past the steps and beyond the grand doors, admission to Mount Holly is granted by way of the Dirk and Garish lobby, suitably called the entrance hall. From here, each guest adventure begins. However, the 3 doors that proceed onward do not always lead to the same adjoining rooms. Okay. I see something over there. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 footstep. When you no longer have any footstep, I'm just gonna call it energy, left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Any other documents? No. What do we have? A queen of diamonds. And an ace of spades. Select a room to draft. Interesting. I'm gonna take a closet. Okay, have a key. And a purse. Can I check my inventory? Coin purse. Each time you collect $3 and an additional $1 in interest. Or coin. That was probably both. Do I have an interest? I have energy, I have keys. Can be used to unlock locked doors you find in the house. I have gems. While drafting to pay for special floor plans. And I have coins. Can be used in shop rooms found on an estate to purchase goods and services. And then I have an inventory. Okay. I do wonder if I can just block myself completely off. And whenever I enter and re-enter a room, I lose 1 energy. Okay. But within the rooms, it's not too bad. I'm gonna take a storeroom. Grab myself a coin, another key, and a diamond. I do wonder whether these pictures are relevant, with a crowbar and here a praying hand with a rosary. A nook, a den, and a spare room. I'll take a den. This kind of reminds me of Betrayal and House on the Hill, only with less betrayal. At least I hope so. A little stairway. Let's see. I'll take a puzzle. There's a puzzle piece. This box is the white box. This box is the black box. The blue box contains the gems. A wind-up key. Component of the parlor game. Okay. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the old Hams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wits had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rather hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of the evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back, involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I've included with this letter all the details we need to share with the guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, Lowry. Okay, there will always be at least 1 box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least 1 box which displays only false statements. Only 1 box has a prize within, the other 2 are always empty. So 1 is always true. Okay, food does restore it. 1 is always true, 1 always lies, and the 3rd one, either or. Now, if I see that correctly, this box is the white box and this box is the black box. Both are lies. So you have to be true, which means you should contain the gems. Okay, easy tutorial. This is blocked off. I do wonder if there are collectibles or like hidden stuff. Also, right. The blueprints are actually relevant. So if I take the laboratory or the nook, I would lock myself in, which means I'll take the corridor. And then I'll take a pantry to get some money. Ooh, banana. 3 energy. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. Okay. Observatory. +1, whatever that is, for each time you drafted observatory. A guest bedroom +10. I'll take the observatory. Can I look through it? No. I do love when you can just fuck with things. Fixed star still gives a companion. Wait. The fan artist Bird Sons Publishing. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. North Star +1 gold. The twins. 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. The slice. 3 steps. So this is meta progression, is it? Sometimes more than one on a single day. The book is So 1 is a North Star +1 gold. 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall on the twins. The slice +3 steps. 4 +1 gem. Southern Cross rooms of 4 drawers are more common today. Farmer's apple. Apples are extra delicious today. Clav is the key. +1 key. Diamond is major, +5 gems. Drax is the dead. Dead end rooms are more common today. Wait, this is 7, 8, 11, 12, 15. Everything is 50% off, okay. 20. Floria's bloom of the sky. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. Flowers, okay, we need apparently flowers. Can I walk up there? Okay, there is a sprint button. I can walk up there. And then I can move. Depending on from which side I hit it, move it up or down. I'm surprised that the button for that would be up there and not down here. Okay, I need to go further up. I cannot fall down, that's also good to know. Some of these stairs have patterns on them. Don't know if that's relevant. So this is just the North Star. For 1 coin. Lovely. So this I can never get to this place. Or to these two. Unless I have like a triple door there. Now question. If I take this triple door, do I always enter from this side? Or is this how it's looking on the map? I always enter from this side, I guess. Okay. Lose 1 coin. Give a bit of charity. This would be a weird house to live in. What do we have? 5, 2, 3, 6, 4, 1. So 1 is a farm. 1 is a farmer. 2 is a cook. 3 is, I guess, also a type of farmer, though that's more like for the stables, I guess, with a pitchfork. 4, chimney sweep? No, cleaner, maid. 5 is the maid. And 6 is like an aristocrat. Can't really do anything else in here. The inventory of all items currently in the house for security. Oh, minimap. That's good. I think I'll take a spare room, which is very bare. Cannot climb up the ladder. The duct tape. So this is just nothing. This is a dead end, which I think I only get dead ends here. I'll take that. But now I'm basically kind of locked in because I can't go anywhere else. Sinclair, just want to write you a quick note. Thank you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on a hunt with Lord Evanson, who's particularly personally somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen a billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you were right at the foreplan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoyed your mathematical puzzles and appreciate that I didn't know the rules of the arts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. So there is a puzzle in the billiard room. Boat. However, now I kind of have the problem that I cannot progress. Meaning I'm just gonna call it a day. Yes. So, setting up the floor plan is important. It is nice though. A smart little cottage. I assume that I probably have to fill the entire map before I can get to room 46. Which I wonder is every room in the game once. Because that will make a difference. Day 2. It is apparently 8 PM. Alright, let's see. Is this the same? Yes. Is this the same? Yes. Okay. So if I open here, if I do this, it shows me where I go with it. So I'll take the parlor again, which... Okay. Parlor, rank 1. I assume that the puzzles get more difficult with higher ranks. That's an assumption though. However, this one also seems really easy. All 3 boxes are empty is a lie because one always contains one. Then we have the black box contains gems and this box and the blue box are empty, which... If this is true, this is true. one of both is true, so either you are true and the black box contains the gem, or you are true, in which both of you are empty and the black box contains the gems. I'll take a pantry. I will try and make sure to put the dead-end rooms only at ends where I can. Nook. I can't go to the right of... So I again cannot go to the bottom corner. What are you? Journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scroll down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, perhaps most fittingly a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. So this, I assume, means specifically in real life, not the game. However, I think I'll just rely on my ability to remember things, which ain't that great. Maybe I'll write something down if it really needs to be done. Beans. Right, okay. Have a hallway? No, have a corridor. Because I cannot go to the left anyway. Bedroom, go to the left. Greetings from Reddington. A dice. While drafting, you may use to roll new 4 pawns. Ah, okay. So we do have rerolls. A dark room. I'll use the chapel. No, I won't use the chapel. The dark room. Okay. However, the good thing is I can't see anything. That's not a good thing. I do like the style though. The good thing is I can just go to the entrance hall and continue from here. I think you generally want to avoid backtracking. What are you? Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. I assume west is this top part. And now I'm just gonna have a walk-in closet. Because this is a corner. 2 dice, a gem. Key, 2 gems in fact. I think that was all 4 items. Most likely, probably, maybe. Picture. Yeah. Then continuing on, the chapel is a good idea. Lose a coin. Can't really do anything else. Now this is also a corner, so I can put a singular room in there, the lavatory. Which, does it contain anything? HSS, so that's probably for Herbert S. What was it? Sinclair? Kitchen. Main course, banana club sandwich, surf salad. I do love a club sandwich. It's 15 steps, I can't afford it though. Main course, porterhouse steak, only in the dining room. Have a showroom in your house. Right, I can't afford that. That's the same chart, okay. I don't think I need to do... I don't think I need to take the... Why is there a tie? Why do you have a picture of a tie on your fridge? What? Commissary? I can't really buy anything. Also, can I play with the arcade? Commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically, as your attendants will no longer be registered at morning roll call. It is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals at the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed as always to our house manager Miss Bubbage. Terminal password is done. With bird, without boat. And then here I can buy things. A gem, salt shaker. What does the salt shaker do? A shovel or a key? Keys are expensive. Sure. Haven't seen a green room yet, but I'll take a gem. I like a little veranda. What is this? Metal detector. Great chance of finding keys and coins. Okay, I need a door to the right. Or another spare room. Otherwise I'd have to go all the way back to the den. That's... I don't think that's that great. I also just remembered I have keys to reroll. West Wing Hall, I'll take that. Ah. So the metal detector just pops up. Yeah, use a key. Spread gems in each green room. Yes. Buried below, occasionally you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms of the estate. With the shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. Like here, I do also have a shovel. Neat that the metal detector looks like it could be useful for digging. I like that the metal detector, even though it's mainly for coins and keys, also shows you the shovel, because of course it does. Rock. Well. And I think there's the shovel. I can use it multiple times. Okay. Coins. Alright, another key. Courtyard to go to the right. Dining room to go to the left. I think I'll take the courtyard. Hammer. Can shatter padlocks on locked trunks. And there we have a terminal. An electronic key card, which I do not yet have. So I can only go to the right. Observatory, bedroom, no, I'm gonna redraw. A drawing room, dining room, dining room. Doesn't really contain anything, and also the food that was promised is not here. Okay, last key. Security. Nursery. Gonna reroll that. A locksmith. Keys for sale. Drawing room. Yeah. Oh, I can't redraw. Maid's chamber. Well. Okay. Take the show. I can't afford the showroom. You must select one to draw. Okay. So the maid's chamber means they actually clean up. And there aren't that many. Is there a duck? Yo, I know these ducks. My grandma had one of those. The day we all dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, master, the Baron of Mount Holly, H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who have an interest in attending service may contact Mrs. Babbage for the details. In following the instructions left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. Miss Babbage. That is the... Okay, do I have a notebook? I do have a notebook. It's an old and weathered one, but I do have one. It's also very dusty because I don't really use it all that much. So there is the figure of a maid. Are these the... I assume those are the workers. Doesn't appear that Sinclair himself is in there. But in the maid's chamber, there is a statue with Mila. Okay. Do I have... Oh yeah, I used to use it for Guardian rooms. Been a while. Wait, where am I? Alright, let's start here. So it has a statue with the maid on and the words Mila, which means I can now very slowly and roundabout go back to the chapel and check which image that was, because in the chapel there was the very 6 images. I can now actually just afford a club sandwich, can't I? Alright, chapel. So 1. So the numbers... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1 is... that's a hoe. So that's definitely a gardener or a farmer. I'm considering it's an estate, I'd probably consider, say, a gardener. Then, number 2 is a cook. I'm pretty sure it's definitely a cook or a baker, but I assume those are about the same. 3 is a stable hand? I forgot my alarm again. Well, at least I can dismiss the next one. I forget all my breaks at work, so I set alarms at every break, start and end, so I stop forgetting them. So 3, I'm just gonna call it a stable hand. Then 4 is... I think that's a chimney sweep. Five is then the maid. And 6th is... I assume that's the aristocrat himself. Otherwise, he definitely has riding gear, so either the aristocrat or a hunter. Also, why do they have different wings? I'm just gonna write noble for now. Then, maid has in the maid's chambers a statue with the words Mila on that. I'm also just gonna make, so if the altar is there, with the pews. Then the 1 is here. The 2 is there. The 3 is here. Then that's the 6. The 4. And then over here we have the 5. Which is the maid. However, I don't think I can do anything else there. I also understand that... Okay, so the pantries, so the blue rooms have items. The red rooms are negative. The purple rooms give you stabs. The green rooms have increase your chances of finding things. Drafted 1 time. Bedrooms, hallways. There are 8 different ones, 8 different ones. Green rooms, 8 different ones. Shops, 8 different ones, and then red rooms, 8 different ones, meaning we have 5 times 8, 40 different ones, plus the entrance hall, though I don't know if that counts. Oh, they are the bedrooms and the hallways and the green rooms. Oh, so we have 46 different blue rooms. Okay. Where do I go? Down to the hallways, entrance hall, dark room, bedroom. Okay. Yeah. Dark room, then through the bedroom. It is indeed very dark in here. Get 2 steps back. And then here I should be able to go to the left. Rumpus room. I don't have gems. So that means I am once again locked out. What does the breaker box do? Keycard entry system off. BAC indicators. On. The cabinet I can't turn on. Coin. I will lose that when going through... Oh wait, what does the warning say? Toggling of breaker switches may result in expected loss of flow palm functionality. Please call DC power if you require assistance. So, the dark room... Are they now on? They are now on, okay. I just checked if I can crouch, but I cannot. But does the dark room look different now? It looks different now. Keycard. So the breaker room is required to get the keycard. AHS has recorded in another print of Her Ladyship, I assume for one of the rooms, in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark to keep an eye on that. That's an orchard. And that's the picture. I think I've seen that already somewhere. So this picture shows up a lot. Not sure if that's relevant. The orchard again. Herbert with a camera. The maids again. Herbert with the camera itself. Key. Something written on that. Is that the dining room? I think that's the dining room. I'm gonna go because I now have a key card, so that means I want it to be active. I'm gonna turn off the dark room because I don't need it anymore. I saw what I need to see. I am also running out of steps. That's the running one. Chapel. So my money is gone again. Can't afford anything, it's sad. Oh wait, do those respawn? So the green rooms are positive. Oh, what is this? Staff notice. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Likewise, any... okay. So, the West Wing has been closed. Now I wonder, is the West Wing a set of rooms? Or is it in fact just the stuff on the west side? Guest room, Great Hall. 7 locked doors. I have 1 key. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. I'm gonna take the Great Hall. If I go here, use the key. Oh, it's okay, it's you need actually the multiple keys so you can see where you need to go. Okay. Now there was dining room that appeared on the pictures. Is there some note here? Does not appear like it. Right, now if I check, I can't progress anywhere, so yeah, call it. Now I'm mid-sized villa. It is completely lopsided, but I guess it's fine. So the steps do not seem to be that restrictive. New room 16. Day 3. Is there a time limit? How many days you need to do it? And it is indeed 8 PM. Or 8 AM. Could also be AM. Birds. I do like this kind of walking stick. I would like to have one, but the closest thing I have is an umbrella with a hook. Alright, let's see. I'll take a car. No, I take a den to start with. Basically, the more doors, the better. However, you should check that the doors also lead further. That's a pawn. Then you are the corner, meaning I'll just take the guest bedroom. Which gives me a great plus 10 steps. Now, I want to check something. Yeah, okay. Move out. Move back in. Okay, so this is a one-time thing. Parlor spare. I will take the chapel because it has the 3 exit and also then it's gone. And right, the numbers remain. Also, I don't have money, so I can't donate. Yeah, get me just immediately the utility closet. Turn it on, keep this on. I do not know what the VAC indicators are. And I assume, yeah, okay. Sometimes there are gems, keys, gems and coins, definitely, and most likely also keys hidden around. I'll take the big passageway. And then I think I'll first go here to the left. Okay, I'll take the storeroom. Coin. Gem. Key. Crowbar, what is this? A little house? Then to the left. The corridor. Give me a door to the left. That's not a door to the left. However, I'll have to use it. I'll take the billiard room and see the puzzle there. So I cannot fill out this entire map. Okay, I see mathematical division signs. Or mathematical, like, signs there. Billiard setup. What do we have here? 13. Two and 3. 5. 19 minus 14, also 5. 20 minus 7, so 13. 5. So it's plus minus times and then divided, so that would be 20. Okay, what's the order here? Is it 15 minus 11 times 3, which would be 12? Or is it 15 times 3, it would be 45, minus 11 would be too much. I have a déjà vu right now. I feel like I had something similar. So it is 14 minus 11, 15 minus 11 is 4, times 3 is 12. Wonderful. And it gives me a key card, which is great to have early on. I do wonder if I can use those only once. Commissary, West Wing, Hall, or the parlor. I'll take the parlor. I cannot afford the commissary. Right, give me the key. Let me see if I can find any coins or gems or things. No. Let's see. You are in the parlor. This box is empty. The blue box is true. I am in the parlor, in fact. Meaning you are both true, you are lying, and you have items in you. Not the hallway, not the pantry, the drawing room. Okay, so I always have a... I think I'll take the drawing room for that then. Phone. Man walking. 3 man walking. It shows the arrows in between the legs. Like the distance one step gets them. Don't really find anything here. That's actually a good portrait. Let's see. So that's... would have been bad. Take the pantry, I guess. Blocks off the passageway, but otherwise I would have just had a... would have just locked myself in again. Plus 5 slips. I'll take a bedroom. Can I... this box looks like I can open it. Yes. Ah, use a key to get a gem and a key. No, wait, that's a silver key. Unlocking a door with a silver key will lead to a room with many doors. Hat. Pawn or origami crane. Remington, was this always here? Was this here the last time? Okay. I have to take the dining room. And I need to wander, I need to check, I need to pay attention on whether the rooms are empty. Okay, yeah, use the silver key. A dark room, a gymnasium. Or the West Wing Hall. I'll take the West Wing Hall, because fuck red rooms. Also, I note that the gymnasium is a negative room, meaning, well, I'm locked in. So that's a reset. Meaning, in the breaker room, red rooms, I can turn off. I can turn, so these are negative. The gymnasium and dark room, I can turn off the negative effect from, I guess, if I put on the light in the dark room. A quaint cottage. I do like these little descriptors. But this house looks really fucking weird. It completely clashes with itself. I do wonder. The grounds. Is there anything out here? Okay, I cannot get through this door. I would love to... On the one hand, I would love to have, like, this kind of garden in front of my house. On the other hand, I absolutely would not want to take care of it. I don't think I can get... I can get on there. I can go down. This is blocked off. Holy shit, what... Are we... Do we just live above an old temple? Or did he live above an old temple, or did he build that? On a cliff? Okay, so this is a storage. I assume without any light. This is as far as I'll go. As far as I can go. So we do have underground entrances, I guess. And then this goes... locked off. So there is stuff on the outside. Private drive, the grounds. So there is stuff on the outside. Do those count as rooms? They are not in here. So I guess that's a no. There's a tent with fire. Due to the rules set forth in the Great Lands, you're not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use. Okay. So this is where I live, basically, currently. Meaning that, right, everything I find out here I wouldn't be allowed to take in with me anyway, I guess. That's the orchid. Orchard. Okay, there's an orchard number key. The orchard was pictured in the dark room. It has a 4-number lock with a picture in the dark room. But since it is pictured, I'm pretty sure it is relevant. However, since I'm not allowed to bring stuff outside, I'm not sure how much. Also, we just apparently just have a bunker. It shouldn't contain any items, but knowledge I can bring with me. And I assume that the numbers are the same, regardless of when I enter. However, otherwise I haven't really seen anything out here, and it cost me like 6 steps to do so. I assume I can at some point also go through this door, but not sure yet. Take the den. Grab a gem. Anything else here? Do the clocks all show the same? The trunk is locked. Unfortunately, I don't have a hammer. Currently all show the same. Also slowly go forward. Okay. Take the nook. No, take the storeroom. I don't know if I choose a shovel. If I choose a room, I don't know whether it is afterwards gone from my options. Use a key. What is this? A map. And a watch. No, a compass. There are floor plans leading north more frequently. Interesting. So I'd have to go from here to there. With a treasure map. I'd have to start there, 2 up, and then to the east. Let me see if I can just do that. I'll take the drawing room. Anything in here? Does not look like it. I'll take... View inventory of all items currently in house. I redraw. Take the hallway. I can't use the passageway. Ah, that's kind of neat. Take the... No, I can't take that. Okay, bedroom. Okay, so the box is not here now. Take the gem. So, wait, treasure map from here. I'm not sure whether I need to start from there, but I'm gonna try to. In every nook and cranny. Don't even know what that means. These like 3 mountains, triangles, have shown up as now and then. Courtyard. Parlor. I'll take the security room. Looks very posh, the boy. This is also a very weird looking room in the for the mansion. But I guess in a mansion you would actually have a security room. I wouldn't know, I never lived in one. So that's the storeroom. It looks like a library. Or a file cabinet. A piano room? Looking at yourself. With the wonderful security camera delays and frame rates. It's kinda neat. I love effects like this. Blue memos, true. Red memos, lies. Unless written... Let's see. Security room. Oh, wait. Isn't the rooms in the West Wing are closed more often as in red? So blue memos, true. True. Red memos equals lies. Unless written. I can't read that third word. Oh, it's by hand. Unless written by hand. So, I'm gonna have to make a note of what memos appear. Can I do anything else here? So we do have some memos there. Staff notice effective first week of December. Payroll follow. Okay, that's new. Terminal password is... Until further know that the antechamber has been unlocked and access levels are no longer required to grant entry. So that's wrong. Meaning, for the antechamber I probably need access levels. Keycard access security door are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors on the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. That makes sense. Then I go to the east. The door is locked. I'm not surprised. I'll take the pantry. The dark room doesn't really help me because I can't see in it currently unless I find the breaker room. It's locked and I don't have a key. So I'll have to use it. Some of the other rooms are unlocked. I assume this is locked. Oh, it isn't. Oh, breaker box. You know what? I'll take the observatory. Let's see, that's 2. Pair of chests has been added to the entrance hall. Then... to the hallway I go. Chapel, closet, commissary. I think I'll take the chapel just because I have more options then. Anything on the floor? No. The The veranda I can't afford. I'll take the utility, the breaker box. Alright. So, turn on the dark room. Turn off the gymnasium. Turn on the garage. Just put all of those on. And I think the keycard system probably needs to be active so I can progress. Have a corridor. Actually, have a spare room. I assume I can have all of the rooms only once. Ooh, that's a nice statue. Little gazebo. Right, have a corridor. Any notes? Not really. Have a kitchen I can't afford, so the closet it is. Which gives me a key and a gem. Alright. Do I go to the entrance hall? I could. Or I continue from the pantry or observatory. I think I'll continue from the pantry. If I in any way, shape or form can. No wait, the pantry is locked and I don't have a key. I do have a silver key. Oh, that's what I just found. Use the silver key. A cloister requires 3. Right, I'm gonna take the dark room because I also want to see if it's active. Well, fuck me. Do I go all the way back? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I will. 9 in both directions. However, I get 2 back from entering the bedroom, so it's like 7. I do not have any money left. Alright. Different direction. Okay, wasted a step. Turn the dark room on. So the dark room automatically turns off when you enter it the first time. That is good to know. Who the fuck has a picture? Okay, so doors in the west wing. More likely to be locked. The west wing locked is a lie. Bedroom. Alright, so dark room. There was pictures of the orchard, wasn't there? Right, but it doesn't really tell me the combination, because that's just not happening. I'll take a gem though. The maze. It's locked. Well, that's a bummer. In that case, I'll have to go back to the entrance hall, but at that point I'll have solar steps, I just call it. And it actually said East Wing favored here, so I guess it's East Wing and West Wing here, but it doesn't really matter then. If the West Wing isn't actually more likely to be locked. So, no trunks currently here. Gotta go to the left this time. Have a hallway. Have a storeroom. Because it's a corner. Take a coin. Take a gem. Take a key. Unfortunately, no shovel or something of the sort this time. A bluebird. Picture of a blue bird in a swimming suit. Security, I could just immediately go there. Sure. Doesn't replay. The notes are the same. Yeah. Yes. Oh, that's... Look at the Mount Holly security. Press enter. View estate inventory. Following is a detailed list of items currently housed in the event to be collected. The list will be updated as new rooms are added. Okay, so I currently have everything. Fruit, gems, keys, and coins. Keycard system. They can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. The keycard system is currently operational. Settings. Security level. Determines the amount of keycards that will be... is you should see 1 or 2 security with low. I'm gonna go low. Offline mode. Setting will be set to if power is lost during a blackout, for example. As a general safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working on the estate. Unlocked. Oh wait, return to security menu. Completely overlooked this one the last time. Log into network. Terminal password. Okay, I need a terminal password. Which I currently do not have. Exit. However, these notes are around a bunch, and I can recognize an S here. So it starts with an S. I doubt it's just security. Take the billiard room. Do a little puzzle. $15. 10, 2, 3, 15. 13 minus 6 and 2 is 5. 12 minus 8 is 4 times 4 is 16. It was just 2 times the same thing. 2 keys I'll gladly take. And then we'll check if there are any other notes or items strewn about. Like these coins! 5 coins at once. Lovely. Those are not dice. Unfortunately, I cannot afford the veranda. I'm gonna go to the closet and grab a hammer. Heavy sledgehammer. Exchange shutter padlocks on locked trunks. So now I do not need a key. Alright, security room. Have I missed any items? No. A laundry room. Launder currency. What? You're more likely to red rooms. Okay, I'm just gonna take chapel then. Anything on the floors? Just gonna transmute into a loot goblin here. Check every nook and cranny. Alright, entrance hall. Yeah, check every nook and cranny. Perfect. Take a key. Otherwise, there's nothing here, I don't think. Doesn't look like it, at least. What is this? This is a jukebox. Or a radio? Old radio? Okay, take the den. Can't afford the observatory, unfortunately. Then take gems. I should probably keep a few gems around, just so in case I only draw red rooms and a gem room, I can actually grab me the gem room. Alright. Anything? No. Like, having this large a garden would be a hell to maintain. What do we have? Statement on the wax box is true. There's a second wind-up key in this room. This box and the white box are empty. If there is a second wind-up key, I don't think so. Oh, I just realized this area is normally closed off, so if that's very neat. Very, very neat. I do not see a second wind-up key. So I just have to assume that the white box is lying. Meaning... you're lying. The statement on white box is true is also lying. This box and the white box are both empty, so you'd have the gems. Okay, then I can just have like a dead-end room here. Discover less common floor pawns while drafting a library. Well, that's fucking unfortunate. The boudoir. That's a fancy word for a, like, bedroom. Fancy word for a fancy bedroom. Unfortunately, there's nothing... Oh, what's this, a picture? A Christmas tree. Someone got a fucking safe as a present. I don't think I see anything here, though, that will immediately help me. Except a safe, to which I do not know the combination. So we have another room. The boudoir has a safe. Which I assume the safe is also like a 4-digit combination. Or it could be more. Don't see any hints. I'm proud that I spelled that correctly without looking up how it's written. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 presents. I assume I have to check for the number somewhere else. Alright, let's continue. I have 5 keys. That's the breaker box. I'll take a corridor. Picture of a padlock. Observatory. Yeah, the observatory is the only thing that leads further. Let us see. The slice, plus 3 steps. But actually, now that I can't fuck with the globes, is there anything on the globes? That's either a very inaccurate globe, or we are not on planet Earth. Probably extremely inaccurate. Worse. Actually, let me see upstairs if there is an item I can find. I should probably make sure to be as accurate as possible as I can there. Actually, not that way. This way. Look further. I cannot look further up. Okay. Then at Harass. Green ones do not cost... Ooh, that's kinda neat, but I'll take the pantry. Because it does give me more space to maneuver. Plus, a banana. So the statue is always on the same area, it feels, or it appears. Which would make sense that the garden doesn't change. Take the utility closet. Turn those on. Gymnasium is on, darkroom is off, garage is on. That way, I think the darkroom shouldn't throw the breakers. Right, then I need to actually go to the chapel, because it's the only way forward I still have. My money? Courtyard. Bedroom library. I'll take the courtyard. No, I'll take the library just so I have it unlocked. Just so I have it unlocked at once. Ooh, staircase. What is you? Book request form in library use only. Book and periodicals requested with this form will be available to next time you draft the library. Please select one. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. Swimbird, The Fixed Stars. History of India. Drafting stone, your name. Swimbird, I saw Swimbird, who was in the storage room, reading. The house directory is a great resource for information. If you wish to read more about a specific room in your house, press R to pull up the directory. Ah! Drafting blueprint. 2 stories of wall-to-wall books surround the reader in this room, exhibiting either bountiful spring of knowledge or typical interior designs and abilities of the wealthy. A few books have been withdrawn from shelves and placed on rostrum stands in various corners of the library. Which I would assume makes those books relevant somehow. Oh, I love it. It automatically spins when you walk up. Records. Temporary records. Total time. Oh, resource records. Total stars. Total rooms drafted. Puzzle records. So that's just the play records. Scrapbook. My favorite floor plans. Can't seem to ever pass this up. Most of the Den Chapel corridor, most paid for observatory, security. So this is actually just contraptions I've made. Wait, I can make contraptions? Largest purchase. Maybe one day. Most avoided. Nursery, guest bedroom, commissary. I do not like them when they are dead ends on areas where I could progress further otherwise. That's actually a kind of a neat way to do the records. So, if I now go here and say Reddington was the bedroom. In the bedroom there is a card with Reddington. The Swimbird is in the storeroom. So, I want to make sure if I take the Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. Servants' quarters, Great Hall, the music room. 1 major key, 1 minor key. I'll take that. Indeed, a music cue. That's the silver key. Violin, a note stand. I used to play the saxophone. I should maybe try to denote it in verse. Is there anything here else that is denoted? No. Some drums. Is that a chocolate fountain? Or is it like a cake stand? And a picture of a tie. Bunk room counts as 2 bedrooms, spare room or the kitchen. I'll take... This is the only path forward I currently have. So if I take the kitchen and then don't get a room to the right, I can't afford it anyway. Bedroom, drawing room I can't afford, so bedroom it is. Take a purse. Which won't really help me, I don't think. Not at this stage. So there is greetings from Reddington. Okay, use a key. Okay, West Wing Hall, that's great. The garage has 5 keys in it. So we go here first. Got your coat check. Check one item and leave it on another day. No, I'll take the bunk room, just so I've unlocked it. Coins. Little game console. Is that an Atari? No, I don't remember. I'm not that old. And I'm gonna use the silver key. Okay, I don't use the silver key here. Right, I don't have gems, so I'm kind of fucked here. A magnifying glass? What do you do? Inspect documents of the estate more closely. Ooh. So I'm not gonna call it a day yet. I'm now gonna go and check all the documents I can find. Though I assume most of them won't have that much relevant stuff going on. Okay. Any documents in here? Oh, it's a hamster! Is it a hamster or a guinea pig? I think it's a hamster, isn't it? We always only ever had guinea pigs. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my stacks. Having our brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be. But today will be a good day because he's at camp. Irby is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. I just had more fun at camp than he had his style life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got him back, and if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book even though he is older. He's a crybaby. Today is a good day because today my brother returns from college. I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how he survived sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have it anywhere. I still would rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma. Welcome home. That does sound like a brother relationship. Though trust me, you would not rather have had a sister. The microscope next to it makes me feel like there is something hidden. but I kinda doubt it. As far as I can see, the magnifying glass only makes it bigger. It doesn't uncover anything else. Right. Anything outside of the Vera? Not really. Camp Colonel, a car. Kind of dick move to just have the hamster be here. Greetings from Reddington. But I don't think I can actually... I don't think there's anything hidden on this one, at least not as far as I can see. Oh. Can I... Ah, okay. First word sung. First word sung, the key is seek in major tongue, but half the sheets are missing from the four you hold, the rest are far flung. A half note held is quite the pun. Among the scattered symphony, a message hidden beneath the keys, in bold words sung by you and me. A fractured note, an urgent plea, in bold words sung I do repeat. Ones of you who oft assume that you alone can solve this tune are likely going to get your due and all the rage that will ensue while working on this simple clue. White pages lined with melodies to hide the words we've come to seek, and from our choice among all these we write down one that seems to be the loudest type with ink that bleeds. Right, so we have first we have bold words. Music room. Pages. Bold words. I do wonder whether other music sheets now show up, and if yes, whether they only show up because I've got the music room. So on the first page we have first. Find here within these first words sung. Find the but the a. So the first words I don't think are relevant. Then the second page has words. First words on the. First words on the. So, and that's here hidden in what? Denoted in verse. Yeah, I think it only makes it bigger. I assume this is if I next come in here. So actually let me write it down. Library draft. What do we have? Welcome to Reddington, Swimbird, Fixed Stars. And I'm gonna make guesses. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. I'm gonna write my guess on the left side. I'm guessing this is the bedroom because of the Reddington card. Then the Swimbird. The Swimbird is, there is a bird in a swimsuit on a picture in the storeroom, so my guess is the storeroom. And if I understand correctly, basically you choose a room here, and when next you enter the library, you get it. Then the fixed stars, which I'm guessing is the security room. Because there is a picture of the of a constellation. Then history of India, I have no clue. EPCW pump system. User manual. Also no clue. And then drafting strategy, architectural digest. Also no clue. Could be the drawing room. Not sure. So I'm gonna keep the Reddington inside to see if I get the bedroom. I have 12 coins. Why do I have 12 coins? Alright, I'm done. I can't get anywhere else. So security room. That's just a crown. That's just a painting. Blooming was true unless written by hand, yeah. And here, this is why I think it's the fixed stars. It actually has a picture of the library and the fixed stars. So I guess I'm guessing this means the library. So, can I Swan Song? Okay. Just gonna write it down. Security room. Okay, let's see. Staff services. Punching out. Has been terminated as of November 4th. Our work has been suspended at Mount Holly, and all domestic staff has been placed on an extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions left by the old man himself. See Ms. Babbage for more details. Then staff announcements. November 7. That's kinda neat. Okay, because this is after staff has passed, so I don't think anyone else has access to this network, or passed, has left, to this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Your friends and faithful service. Request schedule change. Service has been temporarily disabled. Makes sense. Special orders. If you would like to get a specific brand of gum on or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff. Special orders can take 1 to 3 days. Press a special order. What do you like to order? Ah, okay, that's neat. Magnifying glass. Yes, approve the order. Then, that was all the staff services. Remote terminal access is supposed to connect to other active terminals elsewhere in the estate using RTA. No other terminals. Okay, office, laboratory, shelter. Terminals. Office. laboratory, and shelter. Then electronic mail. Permissions of this terminal do not allow for access to the electronic mail account. Currently, this feature can only be accessed via the terminal located in the office. So you have email services. Then data transfers. Terms sync are not currently available. Press enter. Sync glossary of terms. Adjoining. Rooms are considered adjoined if they're connected to each other via a doorway. Bedroom. One of the most common type of bedrooms. Bedrooms are typically used for resting and regaining steps and are identified by the available borders of the floor plans. Yeah. Call it a day. You may call it a day at any time. This will end the current day and reset the rooms on your estate, your inventory, and your steps. When you run out of steps, you will be forced to call it a day. Right. Color. Color of a floor plan will usually indicate the type of room. Violet for bedrooms, orange for hallways, green for green rooms, yellow for shops, red for red rooms, and blue for blueprints. Default type. Right. I got that already. Dead end. So this is basically a tutorial. Dead end is any room lacking a second doorway. If a room ever has an additional doorway, it is not considered dead end, even if those doors are blocked. So that means I assume there are things that you can do with dead ends at some point. Occasionally you may find piles of dirt on the estate. These dig spots, often found in green rooms, can be dug up with the help of a shovel and may contain hidden items. A directory contains detailed information for all the rooms on the estate you have drafted. You may access the directory anytime from the system menu or by pressing R. Dirigy blocks. In the commissary, players may find an arcane cabinet for the popular game Dirigy blocks. To the dismay of both members of staff, the cabinet has not been working in order for the last several years. Although the game is not currently accessible, it is scheduled to be added in a future patch. Neat. Dirt. That's for the dig as well. Drafting. Action of selecting a floor plan from 3 options presented to you after clicking a door is known as drafting. The draft pool is the total collection of currently available floor plans from which 3 are drawn at the beginning of each draft. Drawing is the initial pulling of the 3 floor plans from the draft pool and at the beginning of drafting. To illustrate the difference between drawing and drafting, remember the 3 floor plans are drawn but only 1 is drafted. E to L. East wing. Rooms of the house are the 9 rooms that border the very right edge. Oh, it's the very right edge of the house. Okay, entry. Certain rooms have an effect that is only triggered upon physically entering the room. These rooms are marked on the floor, but I can have an open door. Okay. To all explorable areas of Mount Holly, including rooms currently drafted as well as the grounds. The house, on the other hand, is only referring to the current rooms as shown on the Mount Holly blueprint. When it is steps to 0, you are exhausted and too tired to continue. Okay, floor plan. Begins the floor plan, a square paper sketch drawn by an architect from a pool of potential ideas, the draft pool. Gems, valuable resource, glossary of terms. Feature on the network that you are now using. A list of words and architectural jargon that is intended to make simple the terms you will encounter on the estate. Entries marked question mark you will become gradually revealed as you progress. Gold coins for the shop. Green rooms. Floor plans that have a green border are known as green rooms. These rooms are associated with outdoor areas and gardens and are naturally synergistic with one another. Then the grounds, the outdoor area of the estate immediately surrounding the house. The grounds include many areas of interest, including campsite, Ever Orchard, and West Path. Hallway, orange floor plans known as hallways, are rooms that often contain many doors. They provide architects the means to branch off into different paths, allowing for greater flexibility. The house refers to the 45 floor plan grid of Mount Holly. Only rooms currently drafted are considered part of the house. As an architect, you may wish to view the previous layouts and room configuration from days past. It's useful. Oh, interesting. The items you have collected at any given date can be viewed and inspected from the blueprint menu. Items to special items as well as resource items. As per the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, objects found on the estate must be left behind whenever you call it a day. How would he check that? Common resource used to unlock doors in the estate. Also some unique special keys that can unlock special doors or rooms that only appear in specific locations in the house. A keycard door, electric powered doors of reinforced steel that cannot be accessed via keycard are considered security locked. These doors appear with more frequency the higher up in rank you are in the house. Locked doors, you will need to use a key to unlock them. Locked doors appear more often the higher in rank you are in the house. Luck, we all need a bit of it. Luck determines the likelihood that you will find additional items and rooms of your estate. Luck can be raised by certain items and rooms marked on the floor plan by a clover. Okay. Mechanical. These rooms are often heavy in mechanics and often contain control systems that can interact with other elements on the estate. These rooms are marked by the symbol of a gear. Network. Each terminal on the estate is connected to a local network named Blackbridge. I'm gonna write that down. Blackbridge. I have not written by hand in so long. Uses the remote to connect to other active terminals as well as providing access to softwares and other handy features like this glossary. Permanent. Most things on the estate reset from one day to the next. It's the nature of the house. However, a few things are permanent, visually marked as such. Permanent changes do not reset each day. Each row of rooms in your house make up a rank. As you progress north, the rank increases. There are 9 ranks listed on Mount Holly's official blueprint. However, among the staff, whispers of a 10th rank can often be overheard. Rarity. Half a floor plan is drawn from the drafting pool is determined by its rarity. There are 4 rarities: commonplace, normal, uncommon, and rare. Redraw. Some rooms and items allow you to throw back the first 3 options drawn from the drafting pool for a fresh set of potential rooms. So as drawing new floor plans. Red rooms, beware the rooms of red. They offer powerful expansion of charms but come at a dangerous cost. Then reset. Each money in the house returns to its default position and all drafted rooms, inventory, and resources are reset. Permanent changes, however, do not reset. So there are permanent changes. Interesting. Electric powered doors of reinforced steel that can only be accessed via keycard are considered security locked. These doors appear with more frequency more higher up in rank you are in the house. The shop. Floor plans are done by borders of gold and yellow or shops that typically offer goods or a service in exchange for coins. Special floor plan. These floor plans are slightly more rare and cost gems to draft. They often offer more unique, complex, and exciting effects. Special item is referring to an item that is unique and inventory bound, as opposed to useless items such as key, gems, or coins. When spread occurs, items are randomly distributed across all rooms currently active on the estate. The most rooms in your house, the larger the spread. Stars. There's several ways to increase the amount of stars visible in the night sky. The easiest method, of course, is drafting observatories. Each additional star creates new formations of constellations, which in turn provides beneficial effects. Right, so that's a permanent change, actually, stars. Mount Holly is equipped with several state-of-the-art computer terminal stations that control various systems on the estate electronically. Each terminal is also connected to a central local network. Tomorrow, rooms that provide benefits in the future belong to a special category of floor plans. Tomorrow rooms, they're marked with a clock symbol. A small wooden chest of, yeah, a few items. The west wing of the rooms are on the very west. Okay, return to network. That I think was all. Log out. If I check, is the library a tomorrow room? No, it's a drafting room. Okay. Let me see if I find other documents to read. Do I have a bedroom? I have the boudoir. Storeroom. So here I have the picture of the bird, the swim bird. Is there a picture of a spiral staircase? It does not appear that way. This picture has changed. It used to be a picture of a hand with a crowbar. There is nothing here. Is there anything on this? Mura J, the White Sea of Yore. I think that's not relevant. Failure puzzle notes. Addition, subtraction, multiplication. Order of operations outside. I figured that out. Sinclair has many secret will Help will take to his antechamber. Appears to be sealed by all four sides. Must be a way to open, yeah, the access levers. So I figured that out. But it's kind of neat that it actually tells you. Why is there a rook? Ba. The parlor and the boudoir. I don't think there was... Oh wait, maybe the boudoir has more info. Ba. Maybe I can see something with the magnifying glass on the picture. I love the idea of this magnifying glass, that they can just make it small. Because if it's small, like a small text, which you can't read normally, the magnifying glass will help, but it's also kind of obvious where you can use it. Train and coal and a car. Right, you are just the description of the stars. So this is the Lamanos Minor. Southern Cross. Then okay, 5, and then if I have 6, it's probably 5 and 1. 7, Parmesan apples, extra delicious. Draxus the Dead. Dead rooms are more common today. Right. Pantry. There is a note in the pantry, I remember. But there's also nothing there. Then that's the break room, actually. Targeting breaker, switch maybe sudden unexpected loss and floor pump functionality. Please call EC Power if you require assistance. Keycard entry system. But otherwise it's just the same. I do still not know what the VAC indicators are. Mountain and beans. To the knock. Any rooms I still need to check? No, I think I've been everywhere. In that case, I'm just gonna call it a day. That's been 2 hours already, huh? A mid-sized inn. Total 5 bedrooms. Actually, it's only 3 bedrooms, but no, it's 4 with a guest bedroom as well. I have 4 new rooms. Lovely. Save and continue. I'm gonna do one more. And then I have to order food, so I can eat and then play, I guess probably either Blasphemous or Anomalia later. Actually, probably Blasphemous now I think about it. Alright. East Wing. Have a corridor. I think I'll start with the storeroom. Coin. Key. Gem. No shovel this time, unfortunately. The bluebird is still here. And this... Okay, it's different pictures. The pictures are not bound to a room. Alright, West Wing. Have a hallway. Have, I think actually a guest bedroom for the steps. Also a gem. This is right for the billiard room. I don't think there's anything else here. Alright. Then I'm gonna go here. Commissary. I'll take the commissary. I can't really buy anything currently, but at least it's out. I know, Maid's Day sale, 2 days only, day 20 and 21. Do I have like, it feels like I have like 30 days time. Oh, a memo. Commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16, so that's a lie. Okay. Can I afford anything? No. Sleeping mask. I wonder what that does. I assume the sleeping mask helps with bedrooms. I'll take the breaker room, the breaker box. So turn the gymnasium on, the gymnasium on, the garage on, the indicators. Unless I find anything else telling me that I shouldn't turn those on, I'll always turn them on. Alright, to the entrance hall. And then we hope that we get useful rooms. Nook. For key. The parlor. Actually, I'll take the spare room first. And then the security room. Nothing has changed in here. I'm not going to use the console because of that. This is closed off. Drawing room. Can't afford that. Okay, pantry it is. Apple. Get some coins. Nothing else here otherwise. Then billiard room. Let's see what's behind the dartboard this time. That's a 1. 60 minus 7 is 9. Then 1 times 17 is 17. 12 divided. This is the first division, I think. So we have a 3. Okay, 17 minus 15 is 2, times 20 is 40, divided by 10 is 4. A key card. I'll take it. I don't think it's gonna be useful, though. No money this time. Okay, take the bedroom. Have another apple. Okay, we have the first locked doors, which ain't great. I'll take a den, so I can go left. A gym. Take the boudoir. Which the safe is still there, isn't it? Yeah, but I don't have. I'm actually gonna write down the synca.co. Boudoir. Since that could be a Synca CO dot, yeah, so Synca company. Since that could be a hint. The parlor archives, lavatory. Well, I kind of want to see how that is. Oh, yeah, it is the archives. That was on the security cam. However, this also probably includes some documents. August 22, if 85. Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book Swimbird had been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning this prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort. She was no stranger to the public eye even before her literary success. The niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair, Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political association that one might make with the Sinclair family. Swimbird author never considered herself success, but Gail Hermes, Earl's staff writer, she confirmed my son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I'd always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, so as we ran out of books he owned, my imagination had to take over from here. Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book Red Prince is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red, a statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed the book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the royalist party, the unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. Published and author detained by Red Guard. Question: Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on the leaked dossier, naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth to officially take responsibility of the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, the Children of Blackwater. Okay, let me write that down in the archives. So, Caleb Manning is one of the names that shows up in the library. What is it? RLCF. Children of Blackwater. Ruffian Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintained that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. Local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with a long-time publishing partner, Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has passed to refer to her as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the 3rd prominent writer to distance himself from the publisher this week. Manning, by the press function, was seen at the corner, suspicious bag on the wave down a local man. His 3rd major last year. His anticipated charge by the Crown. Manning was the last. Trial begins at 2. Prepared to last up to with grand treason. No traces discovered of Cinque Aires, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under pen name Marion Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into carriage after a luncheon date at the 100 Belts Tea Room in Trinsdale. Mrs. Jones never arrived home, and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned, but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident at this point, and we are seeking information. This is a lot. Priceless jewels stolen and dramatic Royal Museum heist. Thieves in the royal capital of Fen Areas have broken into one of the Crown's favourite closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy and high peerage, and access has never been granted to those outside noble circles, at least not until today, as local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds dredging for clues. The museum authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the a ruby crown of Orinda Arias, the priceless crown jewel whose material wealth pales in comparison to its historic value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that the theft was politically motivated. Okay, that was a lot to read there. Is there more to read? So this is closed off. And it does not appear to be more to read. I still find the paintings of the Thai funny. So now we only see 2. I'll take the closet. A gem, a sledgehammer. Otherwise, there's nothing in here. Alright then. Ooh, the laboratory. I kind of wanted to see that. However, I'm gonna take the archive floor plan here. Okay, that's the bunk bed. Ooh, 2 bananas. 2 whole bananas. I assume that the text in the book is the same. Yes. Alright then, back to the den. I always press M for the floor plan because it's a map. So the archive is actually just brutal. Because it blocks off a lot of knowledge. Laboratory. Okay, chapel it is. That does allow me to go further. Well, or not. I can't go to the HDMI serves in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. I'm currently in rank 5. Take the archive floor plan. Let's see what it is. It's the dark room. Meaning I could now go to the break room. Which is quite the journey. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. I don't think I actually care though. So, yeah, this one. That's the lavatory. Okay. So this is just a dead end without use. Okay. Use a key. Left one. That's the gymnasium. 2 steps down. Is there any text? So, I think the chapel. I think the chapel and the dark room and the archives have a relevant story. Do not... Yeah, I'm gonna take the terrace. Looks lovely. Take some money. Not sure I would still drink that. But then again, I also do not need to. The observatory would lock me in, the code check as well, so I can't afford this. So code check. Yeah, you know what? I would like to put in my sledgehammer. Oh, can I? You already have an... Okay, you can only check in one item. Right then, to the chapel. It's locked, I don't have a key. Where can I go then, even still? Nowhere. Okay, yeah, the archive is kind of brutal. Call it. I do wonder what permanent changes will happen. Red Inn. Because we have 5 red rooms and 5 bedrooms. So I have started... Yeah. Close my little notebook. Now I'm gonna go get something to eat, which No meat. Should probably get rid of that. No meat today. Right, save and quit. As such. Is it to the main menu? It is to the main menu, I think. Yes. As such, I hope you have a nice evening. I hope you have a good night later on, and otherwise, goodbye, or see you later, depends.